Greetings, my name's Mark Amato Pinkham. I'm the director of the Order and Mystery School of the Seven Rays. I'll be your host during this video presentation on the Peacock Angel, King of the World. We in the Order and Mystery School of the Seven Rays are dedicated to bringing you complete and easy to understand video presentations such as this one that, as accurately as possible, reveals the true history of the human race on Earth, much or most of which has been hidden or destroyed. If you would like to be alerted of any new videos we produce, please click on the subscribe button below and ring the bell. In this video presentation you're going to watch now, I'm going to offer you information that's contained within my book, Sedona, City of the Star People. That book covers the ancient history of Sedona when it was Palakpapi, the Red House, which was a temple city built by the Kachina Star people you can find in Hopi legend. Palakpapi was home to the court and throne of the Peacock King of the World. Many years ago, I became aware of many civilizations around the planet that alluded to a king of the world in their legends. Some refer to this planetary monarch as the Green Man. Others knew him as the primal Fisher King or the planetary Logos, and many identified him as humanity's savior and the first teacher of the path to God. About 20 years ago, I began to have visions of a peacock deity high up in the Andes Mountains. Not knowing who or what I was envisioning at the time, when I returned home, I searched the internet for answers. The only source I found from my inquiry were the Yazidis, which is a small religious tribe living in northern Iraq, whose principal deity is the Peacock Angel. They informed me that I was indeed having visions of the Peacock Angel, who was, according to them, the king of the world. When I responded that I was aware of many manifestations of the king of the world in other traditions, but not that one, they let me know that according to their records, each one of these other manifestations of the planetary monarch was a form of their Peacock Angel. Then they told me the legend of how the Peacock Angel had taken so many forms around the globe. They said the Peacock Angel helped in the creation of the first humans in the Garden of Eden. And then he informed the 72 sons and daughters of Adam and Eve how to worship and how to know God. He then sent them and their tribes to their appointed destinations on earth. Once settled, the tribes continued to observe the instructions of the Peacock Angel, but over many thousands of years, his name and form among them morphed into, well, what it is now. Thus claimed the Yazidi priests, although they were not aware of the Peacock Angel's new names and forms, they knew he was part of traditions all over the world. In fact, they claimed that he had 100 or rather 1,001 names and forms. When they found out I was a writer and a world traveler, they asked me to find out who the Peacock Angel had become in all these other traditions. So I went out, and after quite a while, I finally completed my assignment. And this video reveals what my research was able to uncover. On the slide in front of you are some of the manifestations of the Peacock Angel I was able to discover. Each one has been acknowledged by the Yazidis as a true manifestation of their Peacock Angel. So on your screen, you have Tausi-Melech, which is a name of the Peacock Angel, means Peacock King. Next is Jamshid. He's a king, ancient king of the world in the Persian tradition. You have Osiris, king of the world of the Egyptian tradition. Dionysus, king of the world of the Greek tradition. Sanat Kamara, king of the world of the Hindu tradition, Melchizedek, king of the world of the Judeo-Christian tradition, and Enki, king of the world of the Sumerian tradition. Now, to understand how the peacock angel could have become all these legendary monarchs and what he has in common with each of them, it's necessary to go back to when the peacock angel first landed on Earth. The peacock angel was the greatest of the angels, according to the Yazidis. He was chosen to come to Earth at a pivotal time in our planet's evolution in order to give Earth life and color. He arrived as a huge peacock with all the 7 colors, and you can see all the 7 colors in this logo of the peacock angel on your screen. The peacock angel, they say, landed in Lalish, which is named meaning the most sacred place. This later became the principal seat of the Yazidis' religion. And it is here that their most sacred temples and rituals exist and take place. After landing, the peacock angel covered the entire Earth with his etheric plumes. And when they crystallized, they became the physical shapes and colorful forms of nature's abundant vegetation. And it's scientifically been discovered that approximately 6 or 7 million years ago, the Earth was suddenly covered with grass and colorful flowers, which it hadn't had before. And actually, there are records of the peacock angel as the peacock angel or as Sanat Kumara or in his other forms that say that he did, in fact, arrive approximately 6 to 7 million years ago. So the peacock angel became the green man, who, according to nature religion, which is the first religion to appear after the Garden of Eden, according to nature religion, the green man is born from the Mother Earth each year at springtime as all the new vegetation on Earth, and he matures quickly and then dies each autumn with the falling leaves. Thus, many of the peacock angel's later forms following the Garden of Eden were planetary monarchs that were also known as the green men. And this included Osiris, green man Osiris, and green man Dionysus. Now, once he had physically merged with the earth and made it his physical body, the peacock angel transmitted his spirit into our planet. He then became what's known as the planetary logos, the will and power of our planet. And in this form, he reigns supreme on Earth. Now, the planetary logos is a term coined by the Theosophist that was led by Madame Blavatsky. It's simply another name for the king of the world. The Theosophists referred to the planetary logos as king of the world, Sanat Kumara, which is a name and form of the peacock angel among the Hindu tradition. By transmitting his spirit into the earth, the peacock angel gave the planet a program of evolutionary unfoldment, which it didn't previously have. A part of this planetary evolution that he gave to the earth was the spiritual evolution of humanity. And this has been called by some the Lucifer or the Luciferian program. Through this program, a soul falls into matter like the legendary Lucifer. It then develops an ego and intellect, which gives it awareness, self-awareness, but also a strong individuality that separates it from all life and forms around it. Eventually, the incarnate soul seeks more of a unity experience from all life, as well as a perpetual experience of joy and peace that it does not experience in the transitory material world. Now, these desires ultimately lead the embodied soul to a path that culminates in union with the infinite spirit inside the human heart. And there, the soul achieves perpetual joy and the state of God realization, which is the realization that God exists within all humans as them. This is the ultimate goal of human existence. Now, having downloaded the Luciferian program and also taught humanity the ideology and practices of the Gnostic alchemical path that leads to God realization, the Peacock Angel then accrued another role, that of savior of humanity. And since that time, this title has become one of the titles ascribed to his other forms around the globe. So the Peacock Angel in his forms of Osiris, Dionysus, Sanat Kumara, and Enki, as you see on the screen, all of them are considered to be the king of the world as well as the savior of humanity. But the Peacock Angel was more than simply the savior of humanity. He was also the first crucified savior. By uniting his spirit with the earth, the Peacock Angel essentially nailed himself to the cross of matter in order to assist in the enlightenment of humankind. The symbol on this slide is the symbol of earth. It has the cross of matter that the Peacock Angel attached himself to. In the center and around is a circle. Thus, by becoming the earth, the Peacock Angel literally took us upon his back and led us to the hallowed goal of God realization. And when his union with Earth was complete, our planet officially became the planet of the Peacock Angel. And just as all planets and stars have their individual spirits, the spirit of the earth became the Peacock Angel. Our planet became the planet of the Peacock Angel. The etheric body of Earth, which is the world grid of ley lines and vortexes, was formed when the Peacock Angel wrapped his body around the globe and then became the Green Man. As you can see, the etheric body of a live peacock is a torus. You can see this on your screen. Thus, when the peacock wrapped his body around the earth, the etheric body of our planet became the world grid, which is actually based on a torus. The Earth's vortexes have been called dragon layers. They're places where the dragon power of the king of the world accumulates and where his presence can be felt and called upon, where it's the strongest. The largest of these vortexes became the planetary courts of the Peacock Angel. Among them are those vortexes that also serve as Earth's 7 chakras that lie along the planetary king's spine that runs horizontally through the Earth. His court at the 7th chakra is Mount Kailash in Tibet, and his court at the 1st chakra is Sedona, Arizona. Both of these courts are marked by mountains that take the form of gigantic Shiva lingams. And you can see that the lingam on the right is Sedona on the left, it is Mount Kala. The lingam is one of the most ancient symbolic forms of the King of the World. The King of the World is born through the union of the universal male and female principles, God and Goddess, that manifest as the male phallus and female womb that is symbolically represented as the Shiva lingam. The Shiva lingam form of God Goddess also manifests as the shape of the celestial seat of the peacock angel, where he came from. And this is the Pleiades. The 7 stars of the Pleiades are the 7 heads of the peacock angel in his form of the Hindus Kartikeya, a name which means son of the Pleiades. Kartikeya has 7 heads, although one is hidden, in just the same way that the Pleiades has 7 stars with one invisible to the naked eye. Now, the root chakra of the earth includes the entire area of what used to be Hopi land, and this does indeed include Sedona. Occasionally, the members of the Hopi Snake clan today do a ceremonial dance to awaken the Kundalini of the root chakra. Once awakened, they send the power of the Kundalini up the spine, upper spine to Tibet in order to give a message to Pahana, the white brother who is stationed there in order to help keep the world in balance. Some of the most powerful vortexes on Earth became the scene for the many gardens of Eden, or gardens of the dragons rather, that manifested at the beginning of each major cycle of time on Earth in order to teach the new humans of that cycle. The peacock angel manifested as the serpent on the tree in all these Edens, all these gardens, and his entourage were dragon adepts, enlightened dragon adepts who taught the sacred and mundane sciences to the new humanity. The peacock angel eventually founded the Order of the 7 Rays to protect and teach his Gnostic alchemical path. When the tribes and his entourage of enlightened dragons left the gardens of the dragons, these teachings were eventually spread around the globe. Eventually, the Order of the 7 Rays became known as the Great White Brotherhood. Many of the dragon masters who streamed out of the gardens of the dragons were enlightened adepts who identified the peacock angel as the Kundalini power that they wielded. To them, he was the serpent on the tree, which is for them a metaphor for the Kundalini serpent at the base of the human spine. Thus, some siddhas transmit their Kundalini power into others through the medium of peacock feathers. The peacock angel's manifestation as the Kundalini serpent was also inherited by those later kings that he morphed into. So Sanat, Kamanad, Dionysus, Osiris, Enki, all of them had their individual serpent forms. Now in front of you is a stylized form of the peacock angel by artist Paul Ruckert. And it portrays the peacock angel as a personification of Kundalini. Now, since he became the planetary logos, the throne of power of the King of the World has been the planetary root chakra located in Sedona, Arizona. About 10 years ago, I was guided to its location in the very center of the huge Sedona vortex, which is approximately, they say, 50 miles in diameter. The throne of the king sits in the center of stone temples that are grouped around it in kind of a horseshoe pattern. The Kundalini power of the king of the world is contained within the large mound at the very front of the throne. And so this is the mound in the center of your screen. It was initially revealed to me that this had been the throne of the Hopis, king of the world, in very ancient times when Sedona was Palatquapi, the red place that was built and lived in by the Star people. It was then revealed to me that Masao was one of the forms of the peacock angel. And then soon afterwards, I began saying symbols and signs at the court of the king that are associated with the other manifestations of the peacock angel around the globe. Ultimately, I realized that this was the court and throne of the peacock king of the world, as well as all his manifestations. So it's thus a universal throne. It's the throne of Masao, of the peacock angel, of Sanat Kumra, of Osiris, of Melchizedek. All of these kings have their common throne in Sedona. Now, if the peacock king is indeed manifest in traditions all over the globe, as Yuzetis contend, then he has to be the glue that unites all people as one, and his court and symbols that have special meaning to all Earth's divergent tribes. So for Izeti, his court and throne is the throne of the peacock angel. For Hindu, it's the throne of the Sanat Kumra. For someone in the Middle East, it's the throne of Enki. And for an Egyptian, it's Osiris. And for Hopi, it's Masao. And so it should ultimately become a worldwide sacred place where people from all over the world can come to honor and venerate their own king of the world from their own traditions. Now, according to prophecy, there is destined to be a return of the king of the world that should occur about this time, during which many people on earth will again acknowledge his existence as they did in very ancient times. Then many will come to visit his throne and court in Sedona. In order to assist in the fulfillment of this prophecy, I was recently guided to offer City of the Star People tour, during which I give people a tour of what I now call the imperial city of the king of the world. I take people to many of the remaining rock formations and landmarks of Palatquapi while explaining the meaning of the formations, the legends of Palatquapi, as well as the mysteries of the peacock angel, the peacock king. I invite you to let me show you some ancient planetary history here in Sedona that most people in the world are as yet unaware of. Just follow the link below to learn more about these tours and how to register for one. And if you'd like to read the full story of my experiences that I have covered in this video, my experiences with the peacock angel and the Izetes, you can find them in my book, Sedona, City of the Star People. And you can purchase an autographed copy at the address at the base of this screen, or the base of this slide. Okay, well, thank you very much for being here and being open to hearing about what I believe is the truth regarding the ancient king of the world, peacock king of the world, that is known about by the Izetes. And by the way, the Izetes consider themselves to be the oldest of all the people on the planet. So you need to, I think you need to really take what they say seriously and give it a lot of importance. Okay, so again, thank you for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed, please click the button below. Namaste. Bye for now.